Hello, and welcome back to Transistor. We're in our favorite place of all time, and we have about half of the flood testing left to do, so let's get to that, I suppose. I hope I should have time to do those proper challenges, planning tests and agency and whatnot at the end of this episode, but we'll see. So, for now, let's just get into it. Also, I did check in the video, and I can confirm that jaunt on jaunt does actually work. It does actually reduce the turn recovery time by 5%, because I dashed about... Wait, maybe it doesn't? Oh god, I just realized I dashed like 6 times during one turn recovery, which then should be 30% of the time, right? But it definitely wasn't. But it did work. Oh god, now I'm like second guessing myself. I thought I had like figured this out, and oh yeah, it does actually do what it says. It's just that 5% of the turn recovery is a pretty small amount. Like, the turn recovery seems to be about 6 seconds or so, and 5% of that, if you're dashing with jaunt on jaunt, should be about 1/3 of a second. But I just realized that's not what I saw. I saw that when I spammed it as much as I possibly could, then I shaved off about 1/3 of a second on the total amount. So unless it's something where only one jaunt during turn recovery actually does something, then there's definitely something weird going on. If that doesn't stack, or if it's just worse than it says, but I mean, it sure did cut down the time by 1/3 of a second when you spam it, which isn't useful at all. That's never gonna actually matter in any situation, I feel. Not really. Maybe in, like, the final Royce fight or something, I guess you could use it, but I would rather just, like, do damage in between turns instead. And I also confirmed that putting bounce on it doesn't seem to affect the like, cast speed of it. It's just I don't know, it's weird. That didn't seem to have any effect. It still cut it by about the same amount. So, no clue what's going on there, really. And then, there was something else. I guess I just wanted to mention the limiters. I forgot that I had priority on, which is like, you overload everything in one cluster, like everything that you have on one slot gets overloaded together, and then you just like unlock them one at a time per access point. So outside we actually need 3 more access points to unlock everything. Or, had I been smart and realized that, I could have just taken off priority, gotten like 1 more access point, or those 2 that we got last time, and then probably had everything back. So, should have done that, but oh well, we'll get them back, I suppose, and I guess I get a little more experience for, like, suffering through this, so could be useful. Anyway, now, flood on stuff. So, crash, breach, spark, and jaunt. And what does this do? Crash will leave a damage trail in the wake of the attack. Makes sense. 30 per second, 3 seconds. Okay. Yep, just about what you would expect. Punching bag, thank you. But this seems bad because Crash, like, knocks them around, right? So it's never gonna actually be in the trail, no matter what you do. There we go, okay. It's very, very unlikely that they will actually be in the trail of Crash, which is kind of weird. I mean, maybe if you put, like, get on it as well, right? Then possibly that would do something. Yeah, like something like that could work. Then you're pulling targets to you and stunning them and doing damage over time. So I suppose that's not terrible, but probably not something I'm gonna want to use it for. And then breach will leave a damage trail, makes sense. Same damage per second for the same duration, apparently. But this one seems better because this pierces. Yeah, also knocks them around a little bit, but at least here you can, like, hit multiple targets, and you make a trail that does damage over time. Would be really nice if this trail, like, slowed when they walked through it or whatever, but I guess that would be sort of like Purge. So I mean, yeah, not the worst, but not super exciting either. This one, I am curious about. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Spark will fan out into several flood particles, projectiles, at its impact point. What? 5? For 100 range? 25 per second, that sounds very good. Hold on. Let's see. Ooh, but it removes the spark effect of, like, the actual sparks falling down. Okay, so... I don't know. What if you put load on that too? Does that, like, increase the effect on those as well? Load or maybe purge on it or something like that? Let's experiment with this one a little bit. It does not affect the balls themselves. It is a lot of damage though. Like, if you actually hit it right on the target, it seems like they're taking like half a second of all 5 of the ball's damage, which isn't too bad. But I don't think it's that good, that useful, but, you know, it's something. And then you can do, like, get as well. Oh, doesn't this suck them to me? Wait, what did... Oh no, right, get was just, like, kind of weird. It just does more damage. For some reason. And that doesn't seem to affect the flood projectiles. Okay. What about purge on it? Okay, let's see if the projectiles themselves will do purge damage. Oh, it's like impossible to tell because they don't shoot out farther than the actual spark AoE, so can't really say. Yeah, I guess that's all I really needed to know about that one. Yeah, don't think we need anything else. So, jaunt. I think we've seen this one. Jaunt will briefly leave a damage trail along the user's path. Yeah, so this actually seems good, because now we can do get on that as well. So we can do this. It does some damage over time. And maybe this has some interesting interactions with spark or cull or whatever else, like changes the trail. And this is about the same duration as I would have expected ping to leave a trail for. Which is kind of strange. Like, we've already seen this. This just makes sense. This is supposed to have that type of duration, but ping... It's weird. Ping always seems like, yeah, it should have lower damage and lower interactions with, like, purge and load and all of that stuff, but it kind of doesn't. Ping is just a really good ability to upgrade. Using load or purge or whatever else does stuff to ping... Seems like a really nice idea. Tap as well, and flood. Just, for some reason, it doesn't, like, scale it down based on how quickly you can spam ping. So, it's actually very rapid and efficient. There you go. Tagline. Okay, so... let's put flood on here, and let's try spark on it at the same time. Okay, it doesn't, like, leave a trail on the spark particles as well. I was kind of hoping for that. We could do breach on it. So breach, then we have like double trail. So it's a damage, instant damage trail, and the, yeah, jaunt 60, and the damage over time. This doesn't stack, does it? What? Hello? Oh god. Oh, no. This is probably bugged as well. It's supposed to do damage instantly, but it doesn't because of the damage over time. The flood trail, like, completely overwrites the breach one. That should do 60 damage instantly, but it doesn't. Oh man, that's awful. Another terrible bug that just breaks this interaction completely. This could have actually been pretty okay. I don't think it would have been good, because it's hard to actually hit this this jaunt, like, tiny breach projectile or area, but then you would hit that and then you would also do damage over time. But yeah, that's just completely broken, doesn't actually work. So, well, there you go. Let's do load. Oh, well, it does that again. Same as with spark, but I think the spark version is actually better. Is this one working too? 148. Yeah, okay, that's working at least. Yeah, it just does the same thing. Also, did we try load and cull at the same time on jaunt? I guess that wouldn't cause a trail to happen. No. It does knock them around a lot. It's a pretty big AoE. I mean, it's not terrible for, like, disrupting enemies and stuff, but not super amazing. So, if we do this instead, the classic. Yeah, this just seems better, because you get the breach one and the spark particles, the load one. It just seems like this does more damage overall. I mean, I guess it's about what you would expect, but yeah, I think this is just a better combo in the end. Was there something else I wanted to try? Purge. Let's try Purge as well. Whoa! Oh, I have Spark on. Didn't mean to have Spark. Well, now we can test that. Yeah, it's kind of what I expected. This is why I don't think this is such a good combo. Like, it looks cool. You're sending out tons of Spark Purge particles. But pretty much all of the particles will go to the same target, no matter what you do. They always just seek for one target. Even this one, that had this target that was closer, still just goes to the... Like, what is that? Yeah, they just all go to the same one. So, again, this looks impressive, but I actually think this is a pretty shitty interaction. Like, this is not good at all. If they changed Purge, where if you have Spark on Purge, or you have something that shoots out multiple Purges, like was on Mask or something, it shoots out many different ones. If they made it so that those forced to, like, seek out targets that weren't already sought out by a different particle, so it, like, spread it out, then that would actually be a really, really good combo, and you wouldn't need to put Purge on, like, Spark or whatever we used to have it on, Void and stuff, just to apply it to, like, a big AoE. So, yeah, kind of a shame. Kind of a shame. So now, let's just move down the line. There's something I want to test as well. I was thinking, if we get to pick another Void at some point, and I can have 2 Voids, I might actually use 2 Voids as a primary ability, where we could have 1 Void with Crash and Get to just group up and stun and massively, like, damage amp all of the enemies, and then we have a second Void with Purge and Flood to just do, like, melting damage to everything in that area that's then stunned and slowed by Purge, and you could just, like, alternate them, so you're crashing, gathering up, you're slowing, you're doing damage over time, and, like, more damage over time the more enemies are in that area. I don't know. Seems like it could actually work really well, but I guess we're not seeing Void for quite a while, so we'll see. Actually, maybe we will. Maybe that's, like, 1 or 2 more level ups from now? I don't know. We'll see, but let's keep going. Oh, there was another thing I wanted to test with Mask as well that I've been thinking. Hold on, we'll see. Bounce will leave a damage trail. Yep. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, just a damage trail, like, between all the bounces. Makes sense. It lasts for quite a while. Doesn't seem bad, but again, Bounce as a primary ability is kind of eh. Now this one. Switch will surround the target in a damage field that harms nearby targets in addition to the base effect. Yeah, so it's about the same as putting it on Void. That's not bad. Yeah, it's sort of like the effect that weeds have when you get close to them. Oh man, it's very small though. The AoE is not big at all. And I can't really, like, move them. Hold on. Let's just see if we, like, group these up. Yeah. It's not bad. That's pretty good. Pretty good, but again, Switch as a main ability. Yeah, maybe. Maybe not. Let's leave that for now. Now, the dog. Help will summon a hardy friend enveloped in a damage field that harms nearby enemies. 150 radius, 30 damage per second. Maybe. Maybe. I don't think this is, like, the best. Oh, that's weird. Like, the damage AoE stops when she's barking, right? Oh, that's really strange. I don't think that's good. I think you would just want Stun Dog or something instead, personally. Yeah, not so sure about that. Let's put Spark on it as well, just to test. Oh man, I always underestimate these tests. Maybe we are just doing only this and no planning tests or anything. Today, we'll see. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe not. And Mask, we've seen. Yeah. And this one actually, I think, is pretty good. Because you get, like, the speed boost, and... Oh, you don't get a speed boost. I thought you did. I thought you could also, like, run through enemies. I guess not. But yeah, you get it for a decent while, and it also, like, looks to be a wider AoE, a wider trail. Yeah, so you don't have to, like, walk right on top of someone to get the damage. So, like, as far as an interaction on main Mask goes, I think that's actually a pretty solid one. Oh yeah, speaking of, I also just want to check. If we take Mask, Mask on Mask adds 50% more stealth damage, and Mask on Cull adds 125 backstab damage, which is actually more? Let me just test this. This is unrelated, but if we have Mask on Cull, and then I use Mask, and we go into turn, and I Cull from behind, it's 843 damage. Okay. And then if we flip it, and we put Mask on Mask instead, is it more or less damage? I would imagine this is better, because then it's like a double multiplier, maybe? You, like, spread them out more evenly, but let's see. 854. Wait, oh, there. 1,012. Hold on, so I think I looked at the wrong number. 1,012 compared to... Let's just, like, pull this out and slot it back in so we skip the waiting time. 1,012 compared to 843. Wow. Okay, so it's way better to put Mask on Mask than Mask on Cull. But I mean, I guess, in theory, if you can play multiple New Game Plus rounds and get more abilities, I don't think you can. I assume you get one duplicate of all of them and then you're max level. No idea. But if you could, then you could have like a Mask on Cull and Mask on Mask, I suppose. But yeah, we'll leave that for now. Okay, and then, like I said, I wanted to test something. If we have Mask on, I think we can actually cast Void without breaking our invisibility. I've seen that, like, when I've cast Mask during a turn, then I can, like, do Void, 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 and then Backstab, Cull, and it's still unmasking. So, like, I'm still somehow remaining invisible or something. So, can I just do that normally? Can I just go into Mask and just cast a bunch of Void and not break the effect? Or do I break the invisibility but not the unmask bonus? Okay, I do break the invisibility, but... Am I invisible now? No. I thought I, like, re-entered invisibility. Yeah, it seems like you do break it, you go out of invisibility, so you can't, like, camp invis and just spam abilities, but for some reason it doesn't, like, use the unmask bonus, which makes me want to test. If we do put Purge, let's leave Get for now. Let's just do Purge, because I just want to do it on, like, one target. So if I just do this normally, on one person, I think I still have the bonus, right? Yeah, unmask. Okay, so this one is full HP. If I cast one Void, how much damage does it do total? About 150 or so, 142. Okay, and then we enter Mask. Which one here is, this one is full HP. So now we enter Mask and then cast one of these. Does it do more? No, it's the same amount. Yeah, so this doesn't consume the unmask bonus, but it doesn't benefit from it either. So we still have the unmask bonus, and I can just use it on a Cull whenever I want. Okay, makes sense. That's what I wanted to see. I was thinking maybe we could, like, camp Invis and just spam a bunch of Voids and then still, like, use a big load Cull or something to, like, blast an entire AoE of enemies or area of enemies. That would have been nice. Alright, so this we've already seen. Don't really need to see it again. But I mean, just to confirm. Oh, is that? That's way less damage, right? Yeah, 10 damage per second. Yeah, that's definitely way worse. So, even though it's an impressive effect, it lasts a long time on ping, I don't think that's a good thing to put on ping. I would rather have, like, load and tap or something like that, and jaunt. So, never mind that. And then load. Load will form self-immolating packets engulfed in damage fields. What? So you don't have to, like, you don't have to blow them up? Oh. I see. So it just does damage over time in an area, and then you can still blow them up. Interesting. So what if we put, like, get, or, what was the other one I was thinking of? Get, or... Shit, I had something else I was thinking of. Like, breach, I guess? To place it, like, far away? But what if we put get on this? It still doesn't, like, suck them in. It does there, but then you have to, like, cast another one, which is kind of... eh. And then what if we put jaunt on this, which makes them explode on their own? Then is that just like an anti-synergy kind of thing? Jaunt here? Yeah, that's just an anti-synergy. Jaunt just does nothing now. I mean, I guess it would still be usable during turn recovery, right? Yeah, it's still usable during turn recovery, so you do get that part of it, at least, but it completely removes the jaunt, detonate automatically thing, so maybe not the best. I would want to have, like, load on load as well, but I can't really do that. Yeah, I guess there's not really anything else I wanted to do on load itself, except breach, but... yeah, that's just gonna behave like you think. Just now I can, like, summon it on enemies. Oh yeah, wait, crash. I wanted to try crash as well. That was the thing. Like, normal enemies aren't gonna just sit in the bomb, so... yeah, not sure about that. But what about crash? Does that stun with just the damage over time? No, it does not. It only stuns on the actual blast. Right? Yeah. Okay, so that's also not incredible. Alright, Flood on Purge, Damage Trail, figured. We're definitely not doing anything other than this today, good lord. Yeah, just kind of what you would expect. This is kind of good, though, because, like, now you're shooting a Purge projectile that then hits the enemy, and the enemy is probably running towards you, slowly taking damage, like, running into the trail. So, not terrible, but again, Purge is a main ability. Nyeh, not the best. Don't love it. And now, this one. Damage field that harms nearby targets. So it's the same as Switch, but it's like everyone that's in it. So right here, they both get the effect. Oh. For that short of a time? Really? Really? That's weird. I thought it would last for a much, much longer time. Maybe I have to, like, stack it up more? That's strange. It's like 1 second. Yeah, it's like 3 pulses of damage and that's it. So this is kind of worse than I expected, honestly. But I guess we can put get on that. And, like, it'll still do damage. Yeah, I mean, that's still good. Because it's, like, hitting everyone and making everyone do damage to each other. So yeah, not bad. Again, I do want to try that, like, double main void combo, if we can get to that point, because that sounds theoretically really good. Like, I would put Purge on this instead, here, and then have a second void with Get and Crash. So right now, yeah, that's pretty good. It'll slow them, keeping them together more, does damage over time, that then gets scaled by the void debuff as well, and it also does damage to everything around them. I wonder if the AoE here gets amplified by void as well. No idea. Alright, well, we're almost done, and this episode has to end as well. So we just have these, and Flood on these ones. Damage Trail, not something I would want, really. But, oh, okay, you don't even have to hit with it. So you can't just, like, use it to place a damage trail. And the damage is pretty okay. So, not the worst. Wasn't there, like, some Get combo that we saw that was actually really solid? Was that Tap? I think it was Tap, just as a healing tool? That could be kind of good. Like, this kind of thing. I'm not gonna, like, take damage and test that. But yeah, just this would do a lot of healing and then damage over time. But again, you're pulling enemies to you, which is risky, to say the least. And then Tap. A damage trail. Okay, well, this could be interesting, because this is a big AoE. Ooh. Yeah. But it does knock them out of it, too, which is a bit of an issue. Yeah. That's not bad. And then you could put Breach on that, too, so you can, like, cast it from afar. And you can have multiple out at once, it doesn't care about that. That's not bad. That's kind of a cool interaction. Though I would probably rather have Jaunt on it, honestly. Either Jaunt or Crash. I think is probably a better combo, like this kind of thing. This is a really strong interaction. Oh, again, except for that, God, I hate this bug. I am, like, holding right now, I'm holding D, so it just does that. So you have to, like, aim it with W, A, and D, or completely stop, and then you can click it where you want. Man, I wish that was fixed. Then this might be, like, one of my favorite interactions, favorite combos, because this is pretty good, like, quick AoE damage from a safe distance away. Yeah, just a real shame about that annoying bug. And same with Crash here, we've seen that as well. Yeah, like, I think this is actually a very strong combo, because it's crashing them for just enough time that you can, like, use it again, and just keep being safe, keep healing, keep doing AoE damage. Yeah, this is really solid. Okay, final thing, Flood on Cull. We've already seen that, so that's kind of pointless. Yeah, just that tiny, tiny trail. But I guess we can test just, like, Spark on this as well. It does not do it on the Spark ones. And if we do Load... it doesn't change the trail at all. So yeah, this seems pathetic. Why would you even bother? Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, there we go, that's Flood testing. There might be some, like, multi-combos that I'm missing, like something similar to Switch with Help and Spark on it. Maybe there's some crazy thing you can do with Flood. I might play around with that a bit off camera or something, but for now, I think, we'll leave it at that, and then next time, I'm just gonna get into the actual tests planning, and we'll check out Agency as well, and then, hopefully, if that doesn't take too long, we might actually progress in the game. Fancy that. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!